So obviously the import Openpyxl is mandatory. So we are demonstrating that demo about how to write a data to the existing Excel file using OpenPyXL package. See, in interviews, people used to ask that, if you have done a data-driven testing, what is the package you have used in Python, they would ask. So you have to tell that, there is a package is called as a built-in package called OpenPyXL. So before going to demonstrate how to write the data back to the Excel, the file has to be available, right? The file has to be available. So as per your computer, as per your path, you can create a new Excel file. What I'm doing here, I'm going to show you one particular data. So are you seeing that, right? This test data one is a file where roll numbers, name of the student, which technology you are learning, at which institute you are learning. This is the data. What I'm doing here, I'm removed entire the data. Are you seeing? Now I have saved that it's an empty file. It's an empty file now. I'm closing this. Again, you open. Do you have a data or not? You see. Test data one. There is no data, right? There is no data in this Excel sheet. Sheet one. What I supposed to do? If we write a program in OpenPyXL such a way that the data need to locate this file and we need to write a data back to the Excel sheet is our important aim of the purpose now. Let's you just know before going to write the data, the file has to be in a closing mode. The file has to be in a closing mode so that you have to be closed. Okay. Now I'm coming back to the program. I'm coming back to the program. Yeah. So OpenPyXL is mandatory. The next line is that what? Locate file in which you want to write data to data. Yes, right. Okay. So now obviously there is a file which is there, C drive. Users, public. In which file you wanted to write the data? There is a test data one.xls. It's a built-in already file is there. Therefore, it is giving you the hint that there is a file is existing. The extension of the file is XLSX. It's an extension of the MS Office, right? So what I'm doing here, so we have to locate the workbook. We have to locate the workbook because where you wanted to write the data. Now, workbook is equal to, isn't it? Obviously, OpenPyXL dot load underscore workbook. So file is the code we supposed to write. Next is that locate sheet within the workbook, Excel workbook. So now sheet is equal to workbook where you would like to write the data to the thing. There is a sheet one is the built-in name will be available whenever you open the Excel sheet. Now code to write code to write an element or object within reference to the row under corresponding column. Clear? Now, how do you write? There is a sheet dot, there is a cell. It's a built-in function. Where you would like to write the data? First row, first column. What is the value you wanted to write? What is the value you wanted to write? The value will be roll number. The roll number is that what? Roll number is, 1122 is your roll number. Like when serial number, I can say. Okay. Now sheet dot cell. Now first row, second column. What is the value you supposed to write? The value will be, you know, Anu. Anu I wanted to write. Sheet dot cell, first row, third column. Means here the value is that, what is the course a student is learning? Let's suppose QA, quality analyst, you are learning. Sheet dot cell and first row, fourth column dot value is equal to how much we have paid? 20,000. So this is the data where in the table first row will be fulfilled. Now you are going to write, this is the row where corresponding column is first row, all columns. Now you are writing the code to write data in row 2, all columns. Now you copy this entire the data, copy, paste. Here double one, double two, right? Double down, double three. The name of the student is Akhila. What code she is learning? Python. 20,000 she paid. Next is that code, third row, all columns. Now you have to understand here it's not a 1, it's a 2. Second row, right? Second. Yeah. Here the third row, third row, third row, third row. Now the name of the student number is 1144. Name of the student is, Rao, quality analyst. He paid this. So if you want, you can go with a code, fourth row. Yeah. Here, this first value will be a row. It indicates fourth row, fourth row, fourth row, fourth column. So name of this student number is 1155. The student name is, Srini. She learned, AIML. 20,000 is a fee. After writing the entire the data, there is a very important is supposed to do here is that the file which you want to write should not be in open status, and that has to be saved. That has to be saved. Else the will not be data will not be saved. How do you save the data? Workbook dot, there is a built-in function called as a save the file. File is which is the file where you wanted to write. Let us execute now. Let us execute now. I think there is no error. Now you go to the location. You go to the location where the Excel sheet you have written. Try to open it. Test the data. Right? So I hope you are seeing right. data has been written. Are you guys are seeing?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just I'm changing the font size in order to display to you. Double one, double two is the first row, first column. First row, second column is name. First row, third column is the designation or the course which you are learning. The first row, fourth column is the fee which you have paid. So now you guys have learned how to read the data from the Excel, how to write back to the Excel you have learned. Yes or no? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct, 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 correct. Now, so now uh, I'm expecting you guys know. I'm sending the code, copy. See, for writing the data, you can create your own Excel file. You need not to, I think you don't require my file, So for reading also we have to create initially the data should be there in the data so that we can able to we can able to read it. Right. So what I'll do here is that now I'm not going to explain the rest of the code. Firstly, I will be show you the project where uh, let's I'll show you one particular thing. So 1 second, just hold on, please. Yeah. So within this application, you are finding fixed deposit interest calculator, I think. 1 second, it's not that. Fixed deposit and 1 second. I'll take the file from the uh, 'Openpyxl'. So you are seeing my screen, right? Yes, everybody,
Yes,
are
sir.
you seeing my screen? Yes, yes. So this is one web application I want to test this application not by giving a manual value. See here we can give the manual value too. We can give, we can give 10,000. Rate of interest is, we can say 10%. Period is, 12. It's not a month, it's a, months. And the compound interest or, simple interest. If you click calculator, so after 12 months, you are going to get the, 11,000 is the money, and 1,000 rupees is the interest you have earned here. See, I want to test this application with a different combinations and different permutations of the value. I want to get the desired output I'm getting or not. I wanted to test this application. So we have seen, data driven testing, right? In data driven testing, input will not be given by the human manually. Input will come from the input will come from the Excel sheet. Let's suppose Excel sheet, how exactly it happen? One second. Users, public, cal data. You see, there is a cal data. You see here, if I give the principal amount 20,000, rate of interest is 10, period is 2 years, simple interest, you are expecting 24,000, you are going to get the expected value is true. Similarly, 40,000 if you give a principal amount, rate of interest is 15, and period is 5 years, simple interest, 70,000 you are going to get after the 5 years of duration. It's a fixed income, I can say. Then the test case is going to pass. Like that in testing we are going to use. So I'll be shared this now. What happens here, if I execute the program, let me execute the program. One second, just hold on. I'll be shared this particular data to you. Everybody you have to execute. I'll be give the code also to you. Hold on, please. Then that this data is going to be given by the bank people. This cal data is going to be given by the bank people. Sample data. You have to test being a quality analyst. Yes, sir. No. I have sent the cal data to, and I'll be sending the program also. Let me execute the program now. What I'm doing here. So C drive edge, okay. Users public cal data. Okay. So it is there. Now let me execute. What happens? You observe carefully. I'm executing now. The browser is open. The browser is open. Please you click on no thanks. Now observe carefully. The input will come from the Excel sheet. You see carefully. Observe here. Once input will come from the Excel sheet. Row by row will come. What is the principal amount? 20. Yes. First time 24,000 taken. Second time 70,000. Third time that data taken. Fourth time data taken. Yes. Okay. Now you see the result. You see the result. All test cases are passed. All the test case passed except the last test case is failed. This is the project. In tomorrow's class, I'll explain to you how did we write this particular program. I explained to you because this program is also required. You need to write this program. And there is another file is that, there is a file is called as utilities file. Tomorrow I'll tell you, tomorrow I'll tell you that, how did you write this particular program, Excel utilities file. Clear? So I'm sending you this program also. You execute once. You please, execute once in your home, so that tomorrow I'll explain to you how do you write this particular program. Where I'll go, one second, hold on, please. PyCharm projects. So I'm sending this particular file, Excel. Yeah. right? So till now, do you have any questions? So this is one project actually. It's a banking application. You have to say that I worked on the data-driven testing on a banking application by taking all this particular data as a Excel sheet, and I have given input to this, and automatically the testing would happen. It will be create the report accordingly. That would be the justification you have to clear. So please, I request everyone open those files into your Excel sheet and try to execute and try to see. Tomorrow I'll be explain to you how did you have written the program for fixed deposit calculator for SBI control. So till now you have execute today's whatever the programs I have shown to you. I'll upload to the to the Excel sheet, sorry, to the YouTube channel. Please from there you have to refer and try to be completed. Is that clear, everyone?
Okay, sir. Clear.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay.